This is Jared with ArkLaTex AG TALK, and I'm here with Miss Olivia Frady here at Arkansas FFA. I want to talk a little bit about a project that she did. It's called Girl Power, and I'll let her explain kind of what all it was. And, of course, I got to see the end project. Olivia, it's pretty neat. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for joining me here today. So I guess let's start. What is Girl Power? Okay. And it's kind of the start of your project to the finish.
Okay, so I've done Girl Power for 3 consecutive years now. It first started in 2021. So one of our past Horatio FFA presidents, Miss Gabby Litchford, she was one of the first people to be able to be brought into the Girl Power.
Okay.
So originally starting here in our Queen Mina by Miss Stacy Sutherland in 2021, and now it's reached over 13 counties, originally with about 20 to 25 girls, over 500 now in the state of Arkansas. So It's grown considerably larger than what it first was in 2021. So a little bit about it. There's so many programs, that go into the Girl Power contest. I feel first that SHOP is a very useful tool that not everybody has a MIG welder. Not everybody has those machines that we get like thousands of dollars of grants from at home. So It gives these kids that don't come maybe from ag backgrounds or have welders at home, these opportunities to be able to pursue a degree in trade. The Girl Power contest kind of comes in because trade is not dominated by women. It's highly dominated by men. So it gives these girls these opportunities, these scholarships, to be able to have not only confidence, but the financial need to be able to go in these trade-oriented paths. I've been doing it for 3 years. I first started out with like smaller scaled projects, but I decided with it being my senior year, I wanted to do something a little bigger. So I did like a larger coffee table kind of thing. I just got back from Denver, and as far as the top, I got a lot of my inspiration from that. And then on the bottom, I'm Native American, and I have a lot of Native American culture. So it's important for me to be able to advocate for that. And I talked a lot about that in my presentation. So there's 2 parts of the contest. Okay. First, you have your regional contest, and if you make it past that, you'll go to state. But at the state contest, if you make it in the top 5 just on your appearance of your table, and then there's like a presentation part of the contest. And I think that's kind of, I guess, how I won the contest maybe. Okay. So after you get selected for being in the top 5 on presentation, they'll come around and talk to you about it. And if you're able to presentate it to the best degree, I guess that's kind of where they start breaking you up.
Mr. May was talking earlier because he showed it to me. He was bragging on it, of course, bragging on you as well. And like I said, I love for our listeners to see it in person. But like I said, being at tabletop, and I mean the design, the colors, like you said, the kind of in the trail, I guess you call it. With the sunrise and the sunset. That right? So it was in the painting. I mean, because you did. I mean, it was everything. That's what Mr. May showed me, because it was kind of your idea. You sketched it. I mean, up, and then just kind of. And he was showing me the machines out there in the ag shop, where those computerized machines you had just said where y'all get the grants from local, the community, businesses or the grants you here throughout the state to build those. So how many different machines did you have to use to build everything?
Okay, mine, I just use, there's 3 different ones. We just now we got a grant for a CNC wood machine, and there's also a CNC laser. Okay. And then there's a Boss laser. So one is for wood and one's for burning stuff, but mine, I specifically use the metal for the bottom and everything, and I welded it together and then made the top. The top wasn't as hard as you would think it would be, actually, and I explained that a little bit in my presentation to the judges at the state contest. You just have to know how to use your tools that you're given to the best of the degree that you have, and a miter saw, if you put that at a 45-degree angle and run those pieces throughout there, you can get
a lot of pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and then kind of puzzle them together like you did at the top.
Sir.
And so tell me, and that's what I was asking Mr. May, on the coloring. I mean, did you go and individually color each one, or how did you do for the top?
Right. We just went through out there and we got the boards and just stained all of them, and then went through out there and cut them and then pieced them in together.
Okay. No. What kind of questions, were they asking you?
Pretty much what they're getting down to, did you make it?
Gotcha.
They want to know that you made it and somebody else didn't make it for you, and you're just presenting it. A lot of times it happens that way. They want to know if you really made it, if you took the time to make it, and if you know about your project. A lot of time they'll ask you, did you make this, the first question?
Yeah.
And then if you answer yes, they'll go on and they'll say, how did you come up with this design? And then you can go into your, your sales pitch of what you went into.
What all.
Yeah, right. All the aspects into making the design and everything. And then they'll ask some questions about how long it took, or specifically on the bottom, they asked me about the bottom, and I had to tell them, no, there's not separate corners put on there. It was 4 solid pieces, and we just welded them together and grinded them down.
Okay.
And sometimes you have to be really specific. Like, I was specific to the grit that was on the grinder. So sometimes
just so
you have
they
to
knew.
be specific.
Yeah.
But my goal is to answer all the questions before they have to ask me the question.
Yes.
I feel like that looks better on yourself. But
Yeah. Well, like you see, because it's my product. I made it, and so did they ask you, like, for the welding side, what type of welder, how hot, your degree, any...
I didn't get
not too detailed on that side.
They just asked what kind of welder I use. I told them a MIG welder, so...
Understand, yeah. So, that's pretty neat. I know Oklahoma don't have, they have the shop project side. Right. You're seeing them more and more on that side. But for something like this, right. It's pretty neat. So I think Mr. Main said that here at the ratio, y'all have had some winners or reserve champions in the past. So, no pressure, right? People coming up next.
Right. It was a wonderful experience. And I kind of got teary-eyed walking up there because, I just remembered the 3 years that I've been doing this. I always really wanted this, and it was awesome to make it happen the last year. And he was telling me, and he's always right. And it's like he can
I know, he was my head teacher too.
It's like he can predict the future. And he was like, "You're gonna win, Olivia. You're gonna win." And I was like, "I hope so." And then I ended up winning. And he was like, "I told you." And yeah.
So let's talk leading up to it. What was it like? We're getting closer. The results are in. I felt good on my interview side. Mm-hmm. How was it for you leading up to, 5th through 1, or however they did the contest there?
I try to be happy for everyone. And even if, say that I didn't win, I would always be superbly happy for the person who won. Mm-hmm. I think I just try to approach everything with that. Mm-hmm. So I gave it the best of my ability to be able to present my project. And still, I feel like at the end of the day, I should be proud that I was able to produce something like that, in my mind. But, yeah, they had the CTE coordinators rotate out to announce the winners.
Okay.
So they would announce second, and then they would announce first. So I saw Miss Stacy Sutherland go up there, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's getting real. And then she said, she didn't say my name first, she said Horatio first. So it just pretty much it
hit it.
But it was crazy.
So on that, like, what all, do you win? Is it tools? Is it scholarships? Is it what kind of boards, or what all on that side?
Depending on which category you were in, there's metal, there's wood, and then there's combination. So with me, I was in metal. So I got a $300 check, and then a little crystal plaque. Yeah, It was nice. And then I think the laser, they got like a tabletop CNC laser.
Okay.
But that specifically correlated with their project that they made. So
gotcha. Is that go to the school? Okay, that's what I was about to ask. Right. If it went to school or not. So, is there a contest past this, or is this kind of where was there a national contest? Not yet, anyways.
Not. I've been with judging livestock. I've been all over the country pretty much. So I've got a little insight of other people's programs and everything. I think Arkansas is like the only state that has this kind of program, because Miss Stacy Sutherland started it. So. The branding of Real Power, but I've never really seen anything like it.
I bet it's headed. I bet other states start, like you said, they're talking, or they might have already started it. Just starting like you said, like you guys did years back. So let's talk like some of your other projects. What'd you do years past, kind of leading up? So a lot of my projects resonated with my religion, like Christianity and everything. So my first year, I created I've always created smaller signs. Like I said, I did something bigger this year, but I made something specifically for above the threshold of a door. It was for Mr. May's mother. Okay, yes.
she always liked stuff like that. So.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So just like I said, home decor kind of type stuff, and so, well, that's neat. So, senior this year. So, are you wanting to kind of stay in this kind of field of stuff, or what's plans?
Well, actually, my dad's a diesel mechanic, but I knew from a very young age that I didn't really want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel it's a valuable tool that everyone could use, how to run a welder, know how to use those machines that are out in the shop and everything. But it's not something that I absolutely want to do, I want to go into the medical field. I want to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
But I feel it's still, even though I don't want to go in that field, it's still a valuable tool everyone should know how to do.
Exactly. Yeah, it does not hurt to know another trade,
Right.
and so, and I know, Dad was proud, your family was proud of how you did and what all, and that's what I was telling Mr. May. I was like, how do you even start to sketch that on a paper in your head? Did you have different kind of, or is that the one you come up with? Is the one that you won with?
That was
it. So I didn't know if you started kind of heading down that road and changed it a little bit, or if it was kind of, here's my top and here's my sides,
right.
And so.
Like, first start out, I knew I wanted to do table, but I just kind of collected from my thoughts, the design and everything. Like I said, with the tabletop, I went to Denver and I saw a lot of tops that were kind of like related to that. And then also there's like rich Native American culture, so I got even more ideas from that. But there's a lot here. I mean, we're basically on the line of Oklahoma, so we get a lot of inside of that in our communities.
Especially like I said, being, in you said Choctaw, is that right?
Cherokee.
You're Cherokee. Okay, you're both. So
yes,
like
on both
you said,
sides.
on both sides.
Yes.
So that's very interesting too. Like you said, you have both sides to kind of go off with your family as well. How long did it take you? I mean, was you able to work on it? You're busy with school and different things. I mean, every day. How long did it kind of take you from start to finish, would you say?
I started a little bit before Christmas break, but when we went to Denver, it kind of ran into Christmas break a little bit, so I kind of took a break from it, and then I had to be speedy when I got back. So probably a month and a half, maybe.
Wow, that's quick. And like I said, and that's probably not everyday work, even though you might plan on it, but school and life and things happen.
Learn to balance it out.
Now, when was contest, or when did it's been pretty recent, right?
The Girl Power contest?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not long ago. I do know that.
It hasn't been long ago. Maybe like 2.5 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I thought it's pretty short, And so, but, well, good deal. Well, listen, Ms. Olivia, thanks for sitting down with me today, and congratulations again. Good luck with senior year. It's springtime, so it's here and it's over, right? Pretty much. And so, but if you decide to sell that thing, let me know. No, that's what Mr. May said. He's even tried to buy it.
Yeah.
And but no, congratulations. That's a very neat deal. I bet there's young girls behind you look up to you, wanting to do the same thing for to represent Horatio here as well. Don't you think?
I hope so. Mr. May started talking about it. He was like, "So what are you doing next year?" And I just looked at him and I was like, "Mr. May, there ain't no next year."
There is.
But yeah, I try to be an example for them.
Yeah. Well, and I know you are.
There's some girls out there, and they'll be good.
They'll pick it up, right?
Yeah, they will.
Start them out in what, 9th grade, 8th grade. When do y'all start here on the side?
We have intro to ag in 8th grade, but we don't really start getting into the shop until our 9th grade year.
So 9th grade, so freshman year then.
Right, because we have to do all those safety tests and everything.
Yes. Yep. So I bet there's some 9th graders or 8th graders, even sophomores, like I said, you can come back and coach and help a little bit right on the side. So, but anyways, Ms. Olivia, thanks very much for joining us today here, and congratulations again, and good luck in your future, and like you said, whatever field you go in, like you said on the I say the medical side, the vet field, you want to be a large or small animal vet?
Both.
Kind of both. They don't matter. Well,
right.
as
Livestock
we know,
and small animals.
Vets are needed in this area, large and
Right.
small. So, and I know you probably want to come back home as well. So that's the main thing. Anyways, but guys, thank you very much for joining us here today. This year with ArkLaTex AG TALK, and we'll see you on the next episode.